We literally sat here trying to decide what we're gonna film. Well, actually we know what we're gonna film, we just don't know exactly what we're gonna say.
Alright, hi everyone. I'm here with Queen Kaylin.
Hi.
So today we're going to be talking about
Tinder boys, tranny chasers,
Tinder
boys.
Tinder 101 basically, and what to, get the idea, because, we've been on Tinder for like, a hot minute, hot hour, hot week, a hot year. So, we're gonna give you the best advice for Tinder. Alright, so before you sign up for Tinder, you gotta keep in mind what you're looking for.
Yeah, like if you're looking for sex or like relationship, etc.
Because most guys on Tinder are there for sex.
Yeah, and you have to expect that. So expect that guys are gonna wanna just fuck you. And if you're trans, it's gonna be 10 times worse. They're just
because if you're trans, you're rare, so you're gonna be like a social experience,
Yeah, and they're just gonna see you as just an object and like a sex toy. They're gonna want to experiments with you. But if you're not okay with that, then don't do it, obviously.
Just don't put transgender in your bio. That's what I did for a hot year.
Yeah, and I was like, girl, I would gag at this bitch for, going on dates, not telling anyone.
And then getting myself killed,
Yeah.
One time I was buried alive, she dug me out, tracked my location, so I was in the cemetery.
Bad.
So bad. How do you know if it's like they're just wanting to fuck?
Okay, well, here's what I would say. Okay, if a guy sends you a message past 9 p.m. I would
past 9 p.m.
Like, I'm not even gonna respond to that. Like, girl, unless you're like maybe bringing me food, maybe like a big old dinner, then maybe. Otherwise, no. What do you think?
No, I never thought about it until now, actually, because like they would hit me up past 9, but I just assume like, maybe they're like home from work or something, but you're right.
Yeah,
I didn't think about it that way.
Sex.
How do you know if a guy wants a relationship?
That's hard because like I've never like had that from like.
It's really hard. Yeah, because guys will
they'll play you too. They'll fucking play you.
They'll say anything to like get inside your pants. So like you might think like, oh wow, this guy's really getting to know me. He really wants something from me. Like he maybe wants something more. But then he's just saying all this to like get you to trust him, so you can like give in and like fuck him.
And that's happened to you multiple times.
Many times.
That's why I don't trust guys
many
at all.
times. There are many times where it's like I'm like, okay, maybe this guy's. I always think to myself, maybe this guy's different, but they're never not, because it's Tinder.
Yeah, but we're not saying there's not good guys out there. We're just
of course not. Like, all the my first boyfriend I met from Tinder, and then my other like recent boyfriend that I met was from Tinder too. I met all my guys that I know I've met from Tinder, So it's like there are some hopes. It just depends how you. I feel like it's more so how you portray yourself, like is it the idea or not,
Yeah, but also don't get stuck in the fact that Tinder's your only option. Like, go out, like go do things, and you'll find people and you'll meet new people.
There's Bumble, there's OkCupid.
Do I dare say the G word?
Grindr.
Like, girl, whatever, float your boat.
Yeah, if you're into that, getting your
I had a Grindr, but it wasn't meant for sex. It was meant for guys to buy me Postmates and send me food. No, seriously. So take that tip.
I'm trans, I'm rare, buy me food. Postmate me.
Very that.
Oh, meeting up with them and like how to be safe with that. Okay, so basically, how do you
So if I was ever to meet up with a guy, I would want to FaceTime him first. Also, Snapchat, like send multiple snaps, videos. I check his like social media, see if he's legit. He's not gonna like fucking kill me.
How long would you wait till you meet up with them? Because I would meet up right away, only because like I don't like wasting time, and I feel like talking and texting like for like a few days just like would piss me off, and I'll be bored already. I would meet up with them the same day that I match them, and then like we would vibe and see how we connect, because like in person I'm more different than I am through text. So it's like I would literally like hang out with them, just be like, then we would talk and like we would vibe differently opposed to like text. Later we can go home the same day and like think, okay, now what, So
what's your ideal like date?
But then sometimes that's worse, because then it's like you meet on the same day, they're probably thinking like, okay, I don't know this bitch yet, let's just fuck her,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like it's kind of tricky. So you have to like find a way to wean out of it sometimes too.
Yes.
So like if I match the same day, I'll be like, let's hang out the same day and get to know each other the same day,
Yeah, well it depends on like, are you in a relationship?
I don't know. It's just like
but when you're doing that, because if I'm like very like, I'm very feeling like I want a boyfriend, then I'm gonna talk to you for a few days before I meet up with you, because like if I give you too much too soon, they're just gonna be like snatched it up.
True.
So like, what's your ideal date?
I always make them suit up. I don't know why, but I just I love the idea.
So extra.
No, I love the idea of like,
to be wine and dine. I'm putting effort into seeing you.
Yeah, like basically kind of like beautiful woman, let me take you out to dinner. And it's just like you dress up nice, and like a stereotypical date, you know, like they would dress up nice, they would take you out and stuff. Later, go home, and it's like smash. But then like, see, if a guy did all that and like actually suit up and like pay for dinner and
then it's like, okay,
yeah,
you have
like,
more of a chance.
Exactly, and wasn't it you who told me like guys will always be paying for sex? Like guys always.
Yeah, like regardless, like
Yeah.
they're gonna be paying for sex, whether it's through movies, dinners, etc.
Exactly, they're always gonna be paying.
putting
for
out the
your
coins
pussy.
to get your pussy.
So it's like regardless, they're gonna have to put out for them, you know. So if a guy's willing to like, and I'm not saying like, I'm not saying like every guy who suit up, I will fuck them, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying like.
I mean, if you have a beard and wear a plaid shirt, you will. It doesn't matter what.
Yes, if you're a beard and you're wearing a plaid shirt that's red.
Over 30.
You got me. Oh, preferably grandpa's. My best date would be like this one time I went to an art gallery. So I heard this like a few minutes ago. He suited up. We went after dinner, and then we went to like an art gallery, and then he met my teachers literally because this art gallery, my school was hosting this art gallery, and I was telling him, I was like, you know what, you're gonna meet all my teachers, and so he literally did. And then he met all my teachers. We went to dinner, and then what's your ideal date?
My ideal date is very similar to yours. Like, I want to know that you're putting in effort. You're not coming as a fuckboy and just like have sweats on. And you're just like, I'm just gonna fuck you at the end of the day. Like, you gotta put in effort.
Yeah.
Like, to really get it. But ideal date, dinner, movies, not ideal for me whatsoever.
Wait,
never.
why? Movies are nice. It's cute.
Well, they can be awkward for a first date because you sit there with someone you don't. You know that the date I went on with that guy, that Russian. Like that, you don't know how to
tell the story.
So the thing is, you don't know how the thing why it's awkward with movies is like you don't know how people are going to interact. So I went on a date with this Russian, which she met him, right?
Yeah.
He was super loud, super, just like, he was nice, but he was just wanting to say hi to everyone. Plus, when I was walking with him, okay, so I'm 6 foot, he was like 5'10". And like, when we got in the car, like, he was just very like, wouldn't let me walk alone. Like, he was like, would walk with me. And plus, like, okay, literally, this is him and this is me. No, yeah, this is me, this is him. So like, try to like, walk with me.
Just feel like this, right?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, you're too small to be walking with me like that. And he had a purse.
A Merce?
A Merce. I could not. But we're in the movie theater and he was loud as fuck. He kept trying to kiss me. He even
what? Like when he could take off his sweater, what did he do?
When he like was standing up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were in the movie theater and he went to go take off his sweater. He stood up and then he just started stretching and was just like looking around at people.
And the movie's playing.
Yeah, and not to mention he kept trying to feed me popcorn, like stuff it in my face, and he tried to even feed it to me with his mouth. And there's a couple next to me that kept watching him and I was so embarrassed and it was just the most uncomfortable thing ever and I just wanted to leave. I was debating to get up and go, but it would hurt him. Like, I just can't, I'm not that kind of person. So I just had to stick it out.
But I mean, movies for me are fine because like,
because she likes to, you know, get it on and things.
yes, in the movie theater.
Like, wait, have you ever done anything in the movie theater?
Yes, of course. Well, okay, what have you done?
Okay, the only thing I've ever, like the most hardest thing, which is like, I don't know, been fingered.
Whoa.
Is that hard?
That is hard.
Okay, well that's so.
That's really hard.
Well, there was no one in there, and it was like the guy I was dating. So.
Yeah, for me, I kind of like
gave someone head.
I gave someone head. I gave a few guys head in the movie theaters.
How many? 6.
Around there. Like the guy, they're like the guys in school when they see me on a date, they'll be like the next day they'll be like, Elena, did you take him to the movie theaters?
Girl, they already know the tea.
They know the tea before I do.
Wait, okay, so height. What do you think about height? Do you have?
See, the thing is, it's like a lot of guys will put their height on
in their bio and it's not accurate.
Yeah, because I don't know why they do it. I think I feel like it has like a more higher chance, but the height is the one thing people will always ask on Tinder. So you can just put in your bob right away, or you're just gonna be prepared to like answer it 1,000 times. But for me, it's kind of shallow, but I have like a certain height that I need to go for, you know? And it's
which
like,
is crazy because she's more strict about height and I'm taller than her even. And I'll like
I'm 5'2", she's 6.
I'm 6 foot. And I would go on a date with a shorter guy. She wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, it's really shallow of me. Like it really is. But then it's just like, it's personal preference, you know?
I feel like you're doing what I would want to do, but it's hard for me not to do. Like when I'm on a date with a shorter guy, I do feel uncomfortable. Like I can't help it. I feel uncomfortable. So is that bad? Like we all have preferences. Like I'm not like if a guy doesn't want me because I'm trans, like I'm not gonna hate him. That's not transphobia. That's just a preference.
Yeah.
Like if there's like a trans guy that wants to come after you, you're like, oh, I'm not into that. That's not you being transphobic, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a preference. Like so I don't think that is like, oh, you're a terrible person for not going after someone. So
I mean, it's gotta be their friend.
What?
I'll be their friend, you know? Oh yeah, for me it's like, so like basically if like, people may see us like this, but if I look and you know it's like dead on, I'll think of you like this. So I need someone really tall, plus I'm in heels a lot, and so that makes me like
I mean, it doesn't add much to
yeah, it makes me like a 5'6", 5'5", but then it's like, I'm still gonna be looking at them like this, you know? Like, if I look at them like this, they'll feel short to me. I want to be able to like look up, you know?
Girl, I hate those guys. Okay, so being that I'm 6 foot, I hate those guys who are on Tinder, they're 6 foot, they're like, and they'll even message me knowing that I'm 6. I used to have 6 in my bio, and they would be like, I'm 6 foot, you can wear your heels. If I wear my heels, I would be fucking like 6'4". Okay, get the fuck out of here. Like, please.
Oh my God, one time she met this guy who was like,
Okay.
So she met this guy who was like 6'8", and he like loved when she wore heels. So that was that was like a dream. That was like a dream.
Yes.
Tell him the vision. Tell him the vision.
Even in heels, which I would wear my highest heels, like being that I could honestly get up to 6'5". Like, I'm not kidding. And he was still taller than me, and he lived for it. Like, I was like, that's my ideal husband type, is like a guy that's almost 7 foot, and like I'm like still small, even in heels. Like, that's kind.
And
like,
he was like this big buff guy too, so they looked really good together.
Yeah,
because
he
like
was my Ken doll. I was his buff.
Yeah, no, it was so nice because like when wherever those two went, they dominated the room because it's just how tall they were, and it just
really
like
striking.
It was just like a nice vision to look at. Like whenever I'd be around that, I'd be like this is like.
I know.
Model
She was
couple.
living for it.
I was living for it.
She didn't give a fuck what he did to me.
Yeah, it's just like, I was like, that's beautiful. Like, you must keep him, you know? I was like, keep him no matter what, because like that was just like that was perfect.
It's like aesthetically pleasing as well.
Yeah, aesthetically pleasing for me because I'm a really person who's like strict on, you know, outer appearance and stuff, you know? It's really bad of me to say, but like, I'm really like, I wouldn't say materialistic.
Well, you want someone to care what they care about themselves and how they.
Yeah, because like I care myself really like nicely, so I would want someone to like care themselves nicely too, you know? So it's like outer appearance is really important to me because it's just like, it's pleasing to the eye and it's pleasing to my eye to look at someone and go, wow, like I'm happy, like this guy's mine, you know? Like he can have a personality, but if he doesn't take care of his outer self, then I wouldn't be as attracted to him because it's just like, looks.
Wait, so do you care more about the outer self than the inner self?
Because that's the thing,
because there's guys who are like 5'5" and they can talk my ears off and I'm like gagging for them, but you can never feel that?
Never, because the thing is like, never. But the thing is like, they say looks aren't important, but it really is because
I mean, that's the initial attraction.
Exactly, it's what draws you in the first place, you know? Like you can have like a killer personality, but if a guy doesn't find you attractive and it's just like, that's it, you know? But if you have a good attraction, like if you look on the outside, it'll draw him in to get to know you. And that's the thing with me, if a guy is like my ideal, like if he fits into my ideal like category of perfection, meaning like tall and fitted and everything, then I'll be like, okay, I like what I'm seeing, let's get to know the guy, you know? Like that. Or there could be a guy who's like small, not really my type, but have the best personality in the world, but I wouldn't like approach him or like give him a chance because I wasn't attracted to him to begin with, you know? So it's like, it's harder to like say for me because that sounds really shallow, but it's just like, it's how it works for me. Like I need to be attracted to you in the first place to like get to know you, you know?
Well, yeah, but that being said, like if there's guys who don't necessarily fit my aesthetic, is there guys that ever like they become attracted to you because of who they are?
Yes, there are many times where I would like, okay, so there are times where it's like 5'10" in their body and I'm like, you know what, I'll give it a chance.
5'10".
I go out and I wear the smallest shoes possible and then I'm just like, you know what, he's pretty nice, you know? And later it's like, yeah, but
then you're like, why did I second guess it?
Yeah, but then later, in the end, it never,
then you're like,
it never worked out for me because like, even though he was 5'10", I just knew like,
it's in the back of your head.
I'm just like, I'm not attracted to you. Like, your personality's killer, but it's like, if only you were like 4 inches taller, you know? And it's so sad of me to do.
But that being said, you're not
like
that bad because on Halloween you had a date who was short. The shortest guy I ever saw you with. I was like shocked. On Halloween. That party? No, the one, the brunette. He was like kind of like, he was like skinny. He reminded me of like a rat.
Oh, yeah, see, I thought he was like this big person and
oh, so you didn't, okay, so you were still being.
Yeah, because I thought he was, I was still being shallow.
You just got catfish.
I got catfish, yeah. Because like,
oh, that's another thing.
We would be snapping for like days, and then later, like when I kind of met him, when he pulled up into the driveway, I was like, oh my god, his face is small. Another thing, oh my god, if their face is small, I can't do it. Like there are many times where it's like I've gone out with guys, and then later like when I see them, I see how small their face is. Like catfish is, okay, let's move on.
Well, head, I love a big head though too.
No, I love holding a big head right here because I feel Catfish, yeah. So like, there could be catfish in many ways. Like, I remember I saw this guy, he was like perfect. Later when we hung out, his hands were smaller than mine. He just looks very like small in general, but like in pictures he came off pretty big, and so I was just like, damn it, you know? So it's like, you gotta watch out for being catfish. So I wouldn't be this extra, but you know, ask for the measurement of their head, the measurement of their hands.
Or FaceTime them. But also, you don't be a catfish. Like, on my Tinder, if I put photos up, they're very like, I try to make them as accurate as possible, not too Facetune.
Oh, I Facetune everything. I give myself full FFS, you know? I need that super like first, and then later I FaceTime and they go, wow, you look even beautiful, and I'm just like, yeah.
Okay, I remember when we first became friends, she would FaceTime this guy, and then he texted you after you FaceTime him, and he was like, are you trans? And she doesn't say anything to him, literally nothing, blocked. Like, this is when you're living your stealth fantasy, like, I would gag, like, so she'd be on FaceTime, like, gagging, like, living her life, and then after the call ends, she's like, are you a tranny? Block, and she's like, doesn't talk about it at all. Block.
I just blocked him.
You've like grown from that, honestly.
I literally just like, I didn't even answer, I just blocked him. I'm just like, okay, kill us out, what's your day?
I'm like, okay, girl.
She was like, I just got blocked, I don't want to talk about it, you know? It was like this girl that I barely met, you know, I can't give off the impression to her that I'm clocky, so I'm just like, just even talk about it, you know? So I'm just like, you know what, you gotta impress this bitch, you know? So I'm just like, forget about it. You know, I think it doesn't hurt you, but you know, you're crying inside.
Very that.
But yeah, so it goes from like catfish and then what else?
Catfish, wait, but you're talking about hand size, which I care about because like I'm taller, which
true. I
see the differences. Do that hand.
Like they need to have like a big hand here, just like.
And like I have a big hand, so I need you to have an extra big hand. Which
can you imagine? I met a guy who had a hand smaller than mine.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Was he Middle Eastern? Because
he was white.
Oh.
And like I don't know, but like guys with like a small skull just pisses me off.
I mean, not pisses you. They can't control that.
Yeah, they can't. But I don't know. I just don't like it because it's just like I look at them and just like, oh my god, they must not attractive. I'm like, they're so small.
Groups. Have you ever been in group? Which we never were in a group.
I've never been. I could never
Yeah.
access the group Tinder one. I could never access it.
They're funny though. If you're ever in a group, which I was in a group with my friend, and it's funny. Like I don't know.
Have you ever seen the ones where it's like, okay, so you match this guy, right? And then you look through his photo and he has like photos of his friends. And then you match his friend, and then you match his friend later on.
Okay, well that's too, but I have another thing. Okay, do you want to hear it?
Yes.
The guys who, they're not as attractive as their friends, but they have their.
Oh my god!
Like,
yes.
why are you doing that to yourself even? Like, are you self-hating? Like, why would you even make it look like that's that person, but at the end it's like the one single photo of you, the like least attractive one, and it's like, that's awkward. Like,
why you playing
don't
me?
you just put, not even that, like, I'm sorry for you, like, have some confidence in yourself and put you on there, like, fuck those guys, like, do you know what I mean? So it's like,
no, there are times where I've seen, I'm just like, I really hope it's this, I really hope it's this, and then I slide and I'm just like, it's not that one, but I'm gonna match anyways, and I'm gonna hit up and go, who's your friend, you know?
Girl, I've never did that though.
We're like, who's your friend in third pick, second row, you know, next to you to your right. Can I have his number? And this guy goes and he was like, oh, you can, but I mean, he's married. And I'm like, oh, and you can unmatch me. I'm like, you can unmatch me now. I'm that bitch that brings people self-esteem down because I'm just such a bitch on Tinder.
But it's not, if I'm ever a bitch, it's only to men because they just, when you're trans, they don't really respect you as much as they would like a cis girl. So
oh my god.
I'm okay.
Oh my god.
Bitch,
yes,
you know?
yeah. So basically, for those girls who don't have it on their bio, you know, or like sometimes they don't even read the bio.
Yeah. Well,
and like they'll treat you so beautiful. They'll talk to you and get to know, and then once you tell them to confirm, like, oh, so you know I'm trans, and they're like, oh, you are? And then that's when the sexual, like,
they're either done with you or they like want to fuck you instantly.
Yeah, because they're like, they see an opportunity, it's like, oh wow. So it's like, the second you tell me you're trans, things will change right away. And they'll be like, they'll start getting curious and they'll ask questions, and one question will lead to another, and before you know it, they're talking about like how they want to fuck you. And it's just like, it's annoying, so.
But some guys are, you don't know if they're, if you were cis, if they were genuinely pursuing a relationship, or we're still gonna try and fool you, like, cause cis girls can be dumb, like, let's be honest.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like the idea of like, someone getting to know.
Oh yeah, of course, but it's like, okay, it's nasty.
It's yeah, they go, well, I've never had a first experience with this. So I always tell them, like, before you get into it, I'm not gonna be your first experiment with like a trans girl. I'm a human being, I have feelings.
But if they're like, okay, that's fine, like, do you wanna go outside, would you do it? Cause I wouldn't. I'm like, stop, you're still gonna try and play me now that, you get what I'm saying?
True, but I mean, I would do it too only because of free meal, but I mean, on top of that, it's just...
That's true.
I mean, I don't know. I love meeting new people. I remember like a year ago, I would be on like going on dates every single fucking other day. And I remember at one point I was going out to my date and I was like, this is boring. Like it's the same thing over and over. I'm getting bored of it, you know. But I find myself at home getting asked. It's like I'm at home, they're at home, they ask me out. I'm like, you know what? Why not? I'll keep going on dates until the right one comes. You know, very that and things.
God. Okay, so another thing is. This is probably the most asked question if you're trans on Tinder is...
No, they go pre or post.
Pre or post.
Pre or post.
Or the scragglers will just say, do you have a dick or a pussy?
Yeah. I always...
And how do you answer that?
Well, for me, I like to brag, so like I would back it up. So I'd be like, oh, I'm 18, so I've never had any surgery on my face or body. And they go, wow, so that's your real face, you know? And they're like, yes. And they're like, oh my god, you're gorgeous, you're meant to be a woman, you know? So
okay, so if they ask me, how do I say it? Because so you'll just be like, I've never had it, I'm under 18, etc. Which you just, you're newly 18, which we have the same birthday.
We do, January 18th.
We have the exact same birthday, which is fucking crazy because we're so fucking similar.
We are. We get along so well, like,
yeah.
Yin and yang, literally.
We just gel, like we get each other.
So it's like for me, I just tell them, never had surgery on my face or body, and they just know, oh, okay, so this bitch never had a surgery.
For me, I'm like, get the fuck out, like, unmatch instantly, don't ask me that.
That's true.
Because like, if you see that it's trans, like if you read that it says trans, that means, in my mind, you need to be okay with me being pre or post, because you're already okay with me being born as a man, so, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you should already be, like, I don't even want to be with a guy who wants me to emulate cisgender women, because that would make me uncomfortable, because I've been with guys like that, you have. I mean, how do you feel? I mean, you probably like it. I don't like it. You like it?
What do you mean by that? Like
guys who want you to be as cis as possible, and like they're just very like want you to be cis.
Oh,
like,
I mean,
very, like fuck you from behind. Don't want to see that. Like don't want to.
Oh yeah, I've been a few guys where it's like I've never done it, but I'm willing to give it a try. And it's just like the date was nice too, but it's just like it's I mean, it is the first date, so you can't really like do too much, but it's just like it's all right for me because it's like it makes me feel like more feminine, I guess, because like this man is like a man, not a chaser. So I'm just like, I don't know, I kind of live for it,
Yeah, I live for aspects of it, for sure. Like I live for aspects of it. But then there's the aspect of missing out on who I am and not being
true because because it's like there's so much more to offer to them than like just like your body. Yeah, there's like a personality behind it. There's like.
There's a journey.
There's a whole story transition that you can't really talk about because they wouldn't feel like they want you to be a
and that's a huge part of our lives. Like I mean, it's not who we are. It's like that's not when you look at us. It's not labeled you're transgender, but like that's a big part of who I am today. And our past is like creates us who we are.
Exactly. So it's like when you date a guy that just like wants to be as possible, he won't be interested in hearing the story. So it's like. It can go both ways. Depends what you're into, because like most guys who are like kind, they'll accept you either way, and then they'll want to hear your story, And it's just like when they hear, they're like I had a guy where it's like, oh, he's never read a transcript, and he Googled me, he read my story, he gave me a call back like 1 week later, and he was like, I read your story and I respect you so much, blah blah. And I'm just like, who's this,
Which some guys, I've had some guys who are like, okay, let me try it out, and I have with some, it's been fine, but it's been very like at the end they're like. We're cool, but it's not my thing.
Yes, exactly.
And that's a very mature thing to do, to try it out and be like, okay, it's cool, but it's just not my thing. Which I respect. I don't feel offended. I mean,
it's not for everyone, I have to admit, I'm not one to get too angry about guys.
Is my wig showing? Okay. By the way, don't say that I touched my hair a lot. I know I have like.
No, girl, we both do. It's just like.
Do you?
The thing is,
it's like Capricorn.
Here's the thing. This video isn't scripted, so we're just thinking of things.
Yeah, it's not scripted at all. I feel like we're just literally here, just talking a lot.
Yeah, so it's just like. We're like when her and I talk off camera, we're like this. We're like constantly like this because we're just thinking of things to say, and it's just like this makes. Well, I mean, it's we could just sit here like this.
Yeah, but like we're like going off exactly what's coming on.
So it's just like whatever I'm throwing off, she's picking up right away.
Which what comes to mind is what is a guy gay for being interested in a trans?
Hell no, because oh my god, it's a good one because like they always like I tell them I'm trans and they're like, you're pretty but I'm straight, and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Like, shut the fuck up.
Okay, here's how it works. Straight guys like female, gay guys like guys, and when they look at us, when gay guys look at us, they see female. When straight guys look at us, they see woman. Unless a guy wants to like start.
Unless you're a chaser, they see you as a dick.
Yeah,
and that's the difference between a chaser and a man.
Exactly. So it's like you're not gay for being interested in it. Because look at us, we're gorgeous.
Although I can say that it's suspect when you want to get fucked in the ass. I'm sorry, but it's a little suspect.
Yeah, like when they go, oh, can you do me instead of.
I'm not judging you at all, and I've done things. I can't lie, but it's like an open discussion that needs to be talked about. Like I wouldn't say if someone asked me, if there's a guy sucking dick, taking dick, etc. I think in the bedroom, 2 dicks do not equal heterosexual to me. I think it's not necessarily 100% straight, 100% gay, because it's a little suspect to me. Because like I don't know, like 2 dicks in the bedroom, like I don't care what you look like, you still have a dick.
Yeah.
That sounds harsh, but it's at the end of the day, they're more leaning toward heterosexual because they see you as a female. Like the way I think of it as, like there's some trans guys who are like big, buff, deep voices, I'm like attracted to them. I'm like, you're hot as fuck. Like that's fuck. Not that I necessarily would. Like I don't know, but I'm attracted to them because that's a man to me. Like that looks like a man. Like that's a man.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not thinking about is that a vagina? Because then it's like, wait, am I like, you know what I mean? It's not
Yeah,
like
I think it's more so like if you can be like extremely passable, then a guy can be like, okay, I can put this behind me.
Yeah,
you're
like sometimes like sometimes I'll like look at myself and like I'll be like, this isn't looking for like, but I'll look at myself and I'm like, and I'm with a guy, I'm like, damn, how are you with me right now? Like I look like a nigga. Like
no,
but that's how I feel. I'm like, sometimes I look in the mirror with a guy, I'm like,
gay?
I look like a fucking nigga. Like this is like gay homosexual activities.
No, it's just like they're not gay.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they're not gay.
They're not unless they're talking, jerking you off and like sucking on your dick. Then it's like that could be suspect. But until then, it's just like they're straight because you're.
If a guy sees you on the street and is like whistling at you, catcalling you, someone's gonna be like, oh, you're gay? No, he thought you were a cisgender
Exactly,
woman.
because you look good. So it's like you're not gay for that. So make sure you clarify to those guys who ask, you are not gay.
Yeah, they always say, what are the guys who are like, do you ever go on dates with straight guys, or do you see straight guys?
Oh my god, yeah. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like yes.
What do you expect? I'm like hanging out with like some femme queen carrying a purse,
like Bowie and stuff on the street. But like they ask that, and I'm just like, are you kidding?
Like, what do you mean? Do you see straight guys?
It's annoying.
And they're like, well, I'm straight. Like, oh, you know what? You're special. You're really special.
I'm just like, it doesn't matter what the hell you are. You found me attractive, so it's like, pick it up from there. And
at the end of the day, labels don't mean shit.
Like, I'm not saying like, go suck my dick. I'm just like, take me out first. See where it goes, because I have a back door too. Queen.
A bussy.
A bus? Is that what they're called?
Bussy.
A bussy. A bussy.
A bussy.
I think we pretty much know. We pretty much know. This video's gonna be like 30 minutes. Alright, but that was it. I think we clarified everything.
Yes.
Very educational.
Very educational. This is very like Tinder 101 guide for a tranny.
Yeah, Tinder 101 guide for a trans. Look at this.
Yeah.
So I'll leave a link to Kaylin's video in the description box down below to video of how
we met and just how we met, and
it's if you guys are interested in how
how we know each other,
the Capricorns came together.
Yes,
it's a very funny story. You're gonna love it. So definitely check that out. It's in I can't. It's in the, just like how I can't say cosmetology either.
Cosmetology.
Cosmetology. I have to break it down slowly. But yeah, if you guys give it a big thumbs up, let me know if you're a trans girl who's been on Tinder.
Yes, and tell us your experience.
Yes, because I want to see.
And if you relate to any of these, because that'd be very interesting.
That'd be very interesting. And things. So yeah, until my next video, don't forget to give this a big thumbs up. And until my next video, I'm repeating myself. I have a tendency to repeat myself. I'll let you do the outro.
Okay, so until your next video. Wait, I can't even do an outro now. You fucking cut it. Okay.
Until my next video. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Let's go on Tinder.